Hello beautiful souls, welcome back to another week. So I'm really feeling like I'm embodying my mother archetype today because I feel like I'm here to give you guys a bit of a prep talk on how to get through this week and how to just get through the journey. You know, last week we did talk a little bit about the energetic level, the layout. They're really telling me today that I need to give you guys a bit of a prep talk on just to make you guys have a bit more courage and a bit more faith in the journey. I've drawn out 3 cards from the Angel Therapy, the Romance and the Butterfly deck, all from Doreen, I'm feeling, yeah, all from Doreen Virtue, and I'm essentially just going to talk. I've got 4 sets of rows, I've got 4 rows and just 3 cards on each row, so I'm just going to go with the flow, see where it takes me, but I'm feeling like I need to give you guys a bit of a prep talk through this. So okay, so yeah, cool. Okay, so the main card, the main message, here we go, the 3 cards we got for this. Okay, that and the era and books. One of the lessons that I'm here to tell you guys is that we need to do research in this journey. We can't feel like we have to just make things happen, right? And just I mean, obviously we got to trust, we need to feel, we need to have faith, but they're really saying that in this journey we need to know that research is very important. And I'm not saying research to influence, but research on you and research on how, like, self-help I'm hearing, you know, love. I'm kind of feeling like a love sort of feeling. You know, I feel like a lot of us have come into this journey a bit like, yeah, we've been a little broken in some way, yeah. We've had all these things come up and we're like, what the hell is going on? And one of my lessons for you girls is that, or advice really, is that you've just got to know in your heart that you know what's real. You know that this is the real deal, and at the end of the situation, the end of an era is the old you. And in order for you to get through that whole separation, or even just like not commitment, or even you if you are in union, really always working on your health and on you. You know, I'm feeling like we need to be working on our spiritual growth. We need to be learning a lot. For those who are in a union, I feel like we've kind of laid back a bit, right? We've kind of just like, well, this is my twin, so that's it, sort of thing. But they're really just letting us know that you can never stop learning and that you should always be learning in this journey, because, you know, if you're wanting this connection, guys, if you're wanting this marriage, this union in the physical form, we need to be working on ourselves through that. So the next one, the next little advice I'm here to tell you guys, cool. Give your relationship a chance. Adult, children, and base chakra. Another little advice I want to give you guys is that just try not to get so doubtful on the connection. Try and see it as you guys are still healing from inner child wounds. That's ultimately why separation occurs, is because the inner child can't handle that. The inner child has been neglected for so long, and, you know, trying to be a little bit more positive in the situation, really working on our energy, really trusting that this connection is worth it rather than running away. They're really saying that you guys are adults now, so there's no need to be running away like you did as children. Yeah, and this is where the connection comes up, because as kids, maybe we've ran away in some way, or maybe something, they've triggered us in some way for us to be like, I can't handle this anymore. You know, they're saying that's the easy way out, guys. We need to give the relationship a chance. We need to remain positive, and we need to know that we're healing from our child. We're working through these healing stuff that we need to go through. And it's just like, just try and be a little bit more positive and see in that sort of lens, rather than, oh, I just run away. I want to run away from him. I can't handle it anymore. Because they're saying that we're working on ourselves, and we need to hold that space for them. Otherwise, they're not going to come back as easily. My other piece of advice for you girls, funny, right? Yeah, is the healing part, right? So trusting, grief work, yeah, and fear. This is why we can't leave, right? We can't leave this connection, because we need to trust. We need to know that we need to go through the grief and the healing. We need to remove the fear and doubt, because when we're still in doubt and fear, we're still putting that vibration out to our twin. They're saying that just try and trust this connection so much, guys. You know, when we work on our healing, when we work on, you know, learning, yeah, reading books, understanding ourselves, working on the grief, working on the fear, we start to build a trust that comes so naturally, right? We trust it. We're like, yeah, you know what? I'm realizing that we're not together probably because I'm still in this grief and fear. And the moment that you realize that that is probably why you're not in union, you can easily build that trust. And they're saying you gotta trust in this journey, otherwise it's not gonna work. I'm seeing like a big, like it's kind of like this vacuum actually. Like, do you know when the vacuum's really dusty and you kind of blow on it? They're kind of saying that that's all you have to do. You need to just blow on the parts of yourself, or even just parts in general that aren't aligned with you anymore, because that's from the old. It's dust. Yeah, it's dust stuff. It's stuff that you just need to blow away and to heal from, so then you can build that trust, so you can be in union, right? So you can actually be in union and, you know, have the love that you want. But you just really got to see it. You got to be positive and see it in a good light and give it a chance, yeah. My final messages. Jeez, these are really beautiful cards. So we've got learning and forgiving, family changes, and crystals. So guys, this is really saying that in order for this connection to actually work, is that we need to be in tune with our energy. We need to be connected to spirituality, because if we're cut off spirituality when we cut off the connection, right? Feeling like we need to be obviously getting into the family dynamics. Family is your parents are your biggest teachers in life, guys. If you can't face your family, then how are you going to face your twin? Because they're just going to reflect that for you. Learning and just see this as a learning curve. See this as this is something that you have to be forgiving, guys. If we're not forgiving, nothing changes. And it's when you start forgiving your family that things change. When you start getting into that place of unconditional love for family, that's where your twin comes through. You know, these cards are actually quite interesting, because it really is how a connection goes. The twin flame connection goes. Like, we're so consumed with wanting things done. Like, we want things, but we're not giving. We want the union, we want everything, but we're not willing to give our twin a chance. We're not willing to open up to the grief, the getting through fear, working on the family, working on forgiving, learning, working with our spirituality. I feel like a lot of us close the spirituality off because we're scared, right? It's scary. It's a bit like, oh, what's going on, sort of thing. And I'm kind of feeling like I feel like there needs to be a deeper message in this. Hang on. There's a lot to learn in this journey, girls, and Phantomans, we're in our emotions, we're in our intuition, we feel, yeah, we feel. And right now we need to move through this whole, I'm done, I'm over it, I'm walking away, I can't be bothered. Because if you want the love that you want, you've got to give it a chance. You've got to give it a chance, guys. And you've really got to trust. You've got to trust the journey. And it's not going to work unless you work on the fears and the insecurities, work on your family dynamic, working in your spirituality. If you're not working on your energy or your crystals or working with anything, then how are you going to see the connection to change or to change into something else? I feel like this is a time and place where we need to start being honest with ourselves. We need to start coming into a place of forgiveness and coming into a place of acceptance, which can be super hard. Now, if you guys are needing extra help with all this stuff, I do offer services that can help with that, because sometimes it can be a bit isolating, and the only time that we're going to get through this if we believe, because that's when things are going to shift. If our belief system changes, so does our life. because our life and our thoughts are our reality. So if your reality is negativity and, you know, things aren't going your way, then go back to your thought patterns, yeah? Thought patterns. Go back to your survival kit. Because how are you treating yourself? How are you treating your health, your sleep, your drinking, your food, your shelter? Where are you in the way financially, right? Yeah, if we're not financially, and I feel like a lot of the time twin flame connections don't work because there's money blockages from past lives. You know, the ultimate healing curve is past lives. Past lives, that's pretty much where all your karma is from your twin. And the way your connection is right now is based on your past life. They just keep showing me that there's so much that you guys, it's kind of like one of the cards, the trustworthy guidance card says like the angels are hugging you because you are an angel and you're here for a really big purpose. And just, you know, I'm seeing the belt being tight on people. And I'm just feeling like we've really tightened the belt so much because we don't want to be open to our insecurities, our fears, our body shame, all these, our doubts. We don't want to be consumed with that. We don't want to deal with that. So we tighten the belt more. But they're really saying you got to let that belt go because you need to feel this, guys, in order for this to work. You know, this is worth waiting for, guys. This love, it's the most purest love you ever think of. It's beautiful. But people take advantage of it and they put it down, and I know it's only because of their insecurities and what they feel. But people believe that just because they might not be with their twins for over 10 years, that all twin flames should be together. And I always ask that, have you been doing the work? Yeah, have you been looking at your fears? Have you been looking at your healing? Have you been really working on your family dynamic? Have you been working on forgiving yourself and your twin? Have you been working on releasing? Have you been working on your spirituality? Have you been learning? Have you been learning things? Because if we're not doing that, guys, then how are we going to change? How is this dynamic going to change? You know, workshops. Have we been attending workshops and seminars? Have we been trying to learn on a deeper level? Have we been trying to find some courage and having that inner strength? I was talking to my clients the other day, and the ultimate, I don't believe self-love is the ultimate answer to twin flame connections. It's actually inner strength, because self-love stems from inner strength. Once you're strong within yourself, you have a love. And if you just love all the time, then it can come across a little selfish. But also, it's very, you're very too giving. You're confident, you're good, but you don't have that full power. And I think that's what really makes the divine feminine more powerful, right? Having that strength, that absolute core strength within. Because that's what we need, girls. And that was a really strong message I had a couple of days ago, that all twin flames connections are based on inner strength. Because if they both had strength, they would get through anything and they would get through love. But a lot of the twin flame connections don't have the strength. They have the love, but they wonder why they're not in union. It's because they've lost their strength and they've lost their power. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a couple of cards for you girls to really focus on this week. This week was just a little bit of an advice sort of week. Just letting you guys know that we're all together, that you just need to get through the family dynamics, your fear, your insecurities, and you will have the love that you want. You just need to do the work for it. There we go. Thank you. They just came out. Oh my god. The bottom of the deck was Divine Masculine. Yeah, we're doing this for him or her. We're doing this for them, right? We're doing it so we can be with our masculine. You know, this is the light weave and the bright days. And they both say, you're a vehicle of light, pathing new roadmaps of joy. Wave your magic into the world and feel the warmth of the sun on this situation. Success and happiness awaits. Guys, there's so much potential for you girls. But you can have this. But you need to be doing the work. And this is needed right now because a lot of twin flames are coming together. And I did get told this a while. And, you know, I'm just going to have to trust that that's what's going to happen. Because the energy is shifting so much that we are just like, what the hell is going on? And we need to just be doing the work. And this is encouragement. This is like the big sister giving you some advice. It's that keep doing your work. Keep being positive. Keep working on the connection and not giving up. Keep connecting to your inner child. Connecting to the parts of yourself that you may have never looked at before. Learning. Trusting that you will be married, that you will be connected. And knowing that this is now an end to the old ways of living. Letting go of fear. Really working on the grief, the healing, the wounds. And really building a lot of trust in this connection. Working on our spirituality. Connecting to family and really working on its family dynamics. And forgiving and learning, guys. My biggest theory, my biggest realization is that twin flames will be in union once you get to the root cause of why you're not in union. And I feel like 99% of the time, of chance, is because there's a past life karma associated with that. And the moment you heal from the past life karma is the moment that you could be in union. Because, this is why. Because you're not constantly doing bad karma for each other. You guys would have done good and bad things in the past with each other. And this day and age, everyone just wants to be together, and who knows, maybe it's the last lifetime for you guys. But I'm noticing that the reason why in this lifetime that you're having family dynamics, you're experiencing all this grief and fear and anxiety and all this stuff, right? It's not from this lifetime. It's just manifested from a past life. So your past life is essentially, because you didn't learn what you needed to in that past life, you've just manifested that into this lifetime. And now that's why you've got all these family dynamics, because you need to learn, but also because you need to clear the karma. And you can't clear the karma just in this lifetime, guys. You need to go back. And that's why I do past life readings. Are very accurate and very, very beneficial with all my clients. So, yeah. So, guys, just keep shining your light. Keep knowing that you are a beam of light in this world. And just trust that. You've got to just keep going. You've got to trust. And this is just Big Sister talking to you in this week. Because you guys need to hear this. And I felt guided to really talk about this. So, if it resonates for you to connect with me and work with me, please do so. Otherwise, keep trusting and keep having the faith, because you guys have got this. You've got this. You've come so far. You know, it's time to bring an end to separation. It's time to bring an end to this whole reunion phase. We need to be in union now. We need to be in wedding. We need to be in absolute union. You know, we're not mucking around anymore. We're serious. So I love you guys so, so much. I'll see you guys on Sunday for my next video. And yeah, all my information will be on the bottom. Okay? Namaste.